So the NBA Finals are here, and since they are, I want to talk about something and say something that's probably going to either shock a lot of you or make a lot of you really mad, even though I really shouldn't. I became a fan of the NBA 1 year ago. Well, kind of, sort of. It's complicated. Yeah, I know I didn't watch Bron, Steph, Katie, none of those people growing up. I'm growing up on fucking Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic. Now, I have went back and educated myself, but I know I don't know everything, and I know some NBA fans are going to be fucking pissed at me because I got something wrong, but chill out, buddy. Chill out. But I have my own fan stories, and I bet you guys have a bunch of your own stories that you can tell. But this is my story of how I became an NBA fan, and my opinion of the NBA as a new fan. May 29th, 2022. I was just sitting in my room doing nothing, just a normal day, and then I heard my brother talking about his favorite team, the Miami Heat. Damn, bro, it's going to be obvious that I'm the younger brother at this point. He was explaining to me how the game today decided that if they were going to make the NBA Finals or not. And I was kind of intrigued by it because, I didn't really have anything else to do. And if you don't remember, this season the Heat finished as the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, so we had a pretty good chance of winning this game and making it to the Finals. So me being bored as hell, I went into my room, put on Boston versus Miami Game 7, and I watched pretty much the whole game, and I enjoyed it. And this was the first real entire basketball game that I ever watched up until that point. Now, being completely honest, I can't tell you much that happened from that game because at the time I still didn't really fully understand all the rules of basketball. But I do remember how it ended with Jimmy missing the 3, and yeah, that was a tough moment as a Miami Heat fan. Spoiler alert. But after that game, I still haven't chose a team yet to be a fan of, and thank God I did not become a Boston Celtic fan, dude. I thank the Lord now thinking about it. That's not even in my script. I just had to say thank God. However, that Game 7 did intrigue me to watch the 2022 NBA Finals, and I remember I watched more than one game, but I don't think I watched every single game. But I know for a fact that I watched Game 6 because I have videos of me watching it on my phone, so hey, I lied. I actually watched Steph win his 4th ring, but that's about it. But after that season ended, I didn't really keep up with the NBA until Christmas of 2022 rolled around. And my parents gave me, my brother, and all of us tickets to go to Orlando and watch a Heat versus Magic game. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the NBA at the time, but I also wasn't going to be left out on this, so I went. So when the day of the game came in February of 2023, we drove a couple hours on the road to make it to Orlando and make it to Amway Center. Now, we sat in the nosebleeds because, I don't have that level 100 Mafia boss money. But, hey, it was still a pretty good view up there, so I wasn't complaining. As far as how the game went, Miami was playing like a whole lot of ass in the second quarter. But as soon as the second half rolled around, the momentum flipped. It was just a back and forth of Miami trying to take the lead and then the Magic trying to keep the lead. But in the final seconds of regulation, the Magic went cold and the Heat caught on fire, scoring 4 points in 25 seconds, tying the game at 97 apiece. But with just 1.5 seconds left, Jimmy Butler tries a corner 3 that bricks, so we go to overtime. But the Heat controlled the entirety of overtime, and in the last 10 seconds, the Heat needed a defensive stop to end the game, and I'll let this clip that I took show you how it ended. And yeah, that was pretty much the game. The Magic fouled, but it was pretty much too late, and the Heat escaped with another win somehow. But this was so cool to watch, and now thinking about it, it's so crazy. I got to actually watch my team in person, and they won the game that I went to in overtime. Although this day I became a Heat fan, I didn't really keep up with the NBA and the Heat until the playoffs started 3 months later. And if you don't know...
With Giannis there, it's a 2. It's loose. The lead. Jimmy Butler. And Butler. Long shot. Good. Miami has won it. And the number 1 seed is on the brink of elimination. Over the top to Butler. Up and in. Jimmy Butler. And the Miami Heat become the 6th in NBA history to win as an 8th seed in the first round.
Brunson spinning, Brunson leaning, shoveling into traffic. He turns it over. That is it. The Miami Heat have done it
Shot clock at 3. Butler with Brogdon on him. It's a long 3. And good! Oh, Jimmy frickin' Butler puts it in! Williams defends Butler. A bump, the grind, the gyration, and the 2 in the foul.
And they're having words. Look at this.
Nose to nose. Eye to eye. It's Butler. Driving right into Grant Williams. Got a foul. Count it.
And he's pointing at Grant Williams from the ground.
Coaches do, and Jimmy Butler do.
Turnover, Butler at the other end. Defense to offense. Transition. Timeout. The Boston Celtics and the lead for Miami grows. The Heat are going to the NBA Finals.
Man, I don't even care that we lost that year, bro. That finals run was so insane, considering that we were literally the 8th seed, and we were ass that year, like, in the regular way. We were bad. And yeah, after the Nuggets won their championship, I watched the next season, which is this season. And yeah, this season was my first season of being an actual NBA fan. So with this being my very first season of me being an NBA fan, I don't really know much about NBA's past, to be honest with you. Like, much of what I do know about NBA's past was, like, from the 2010s and forwards. Like, I think I can name every single NBA champion up until 2008. You know what? Let me try it real quick, actually. Yeah, I don't know who won in 2007, I'm gonna be real. And before I move on from this topic, I'm gonna say, damn, bro, I miss some good basketball, bro. Like, I can't believe some of the finals series that I've missed, and some of the, I don't know. I miss some great basketball, I'll just say that. But me being a new fan of the NBA, I'm going to say that I like it a lot, but there is one thing about the NBA that I don't like that much. Okay, look, this may be kind of a double standard because I said earlier that, you know, I didn't really like the Celtics, but I'm a Heat fan. What can you expect from me? But one thing I don't like about the NBA is how toxic some of the communities are online. Like, look, I don't like the Celtics either, but I don't understand why everybody's hating on Tatum and their run. Like, they can't really do much about it if you really think about it. Like, the Celtics played for the best record in the NBA for a reason. I mean, they got these bad teams because they played so hard in the regular season. Like, if you look at all the playoff teams in the East this year, besides the Celtics, the only one that was healthy, really, was the Orlando Magic. And they were the 4th youngest team in the NBA, so it shouldn't be any surprise that they were sent to Cancun after the first round. And all of the hate posts that the Celtics get are insane, too. Like, if I was Tatum or, like, any Boston Celtic player, I would just not have social media, bro. Like, I know this man Tatum has to be seeing it, and it bothers him. Because ever since he said that...
I mean, that's the narrative that you might see on TV. The idea that we have a super team. It's twofold, right? We didn't have the Coach of the Year. We didn't have the MVP. We only had 2 All-Stars. So... they say we're a super team, but, you know, we didn't get rewarded like we are.
That's how I knew that it was getting to him, bro. Like, come on. Do you see that starting 5? But speaking of the Celtics, let's talk about the finals real quick. This was not the finals matchup that I was expecting, but I'm not going to lie. I'm also not surprised that we got it either. But something I find funny about these teams is how long it took each team to be made. One team is a 7-year super team in the making. Somehow, this is only their 2nd time making it to the final stage, and they haven't even won a championship yet. And the other team literally needed 1 trade deadline to go from Cancun to the finals. But look, I'm not going to lie, I do think this is the Celtics' year to finally break through. Like, I know that people say this team is going to choke, but it really doesn't feel the same as any other team they had before. Like, when you have a 7-3 Porzingis at center, along with Drew Holiday, that defense is just crazy. Add on to the fact that any night, any of them can just rain hella threes on you, and then the game will be over before it even starts. But on the other side, you have the insane backcourt of Luka and Kyrie, which you can't really stop either of them when they're on. And around the rim, they got guys like Derek Jones, P.J. Washington, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford. Now, here's the thing. On paper, the Celtics have to win this championship so they don't make this expensive super team fail. But the one problem I have with the Boston Celtics concerns their bench. They really don't have that many reliable guys coming off the bench. Like, on their bench, they have like Al Horford, Peyton Pritchard. Sometimes Sam Hauser can be reliable, but besides that, who are you going to get? Luke Cornett? Like, be real. And to be honest, the Celtics have a great defense, but I don't know if they can keep up with all the lobs that Dallas throws. So with all this being said, what is my prediction of how the finals are going to end? And look, I'm probably going to be very, very wrong, but fuck it, let's do it anyway. As badly as I want to say Celtics in 6 or 7, I've seen them get so close 2 years in a row and mess up. And they also had a really rocky series between the Pacers. And before you say, oh, Ethan, they swept, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Go back and watch these games. The Pacers should have been up 3-1 after game 4. Or at least won game 1. Like, what the hell is this pass? So considering how the Celtics tend to beat themselves, Porzingis' questionable health, and how badly I want Kyrie to win another ring, I'm going with Mavs in 7. So what do you guys think is going to happen in the finals this year? And sorry for the 2-month gap between this video and the last video. I'm just bad at uploading consistently. But my next video might be a Mr. Beast video because Mr. Beast is finally the most subscribed YouTuber in the world. So I guess I'll see you guys then. Or with whatever video I decide to do.